Welcome back to Pork Chop's Garage. This time I'm doing the oil cooler gasket again, since it's not a Cummins if it doesn't leak. There it is. I just got it removed. I didn't take off anything at all other than my air filter. And I didn't explain it earlier, but your oil cooler is right behind your oil filter housing on this side of the engine. Here it is. Here's where your oil filter spins on. Here's the inside of your oil cooler, or the oil filter housing. This brass plug is your oil pressure relief valve, which I've replaced as well. A fact about these 12 valve Cummins engines that I don't like is that if you get like over 70 psi, I think, or 65 pounds of oil pressure, like when you're warming up on a cold day, your oil pressure relief valve opens up and it bypasses oil around your oil filter, so you're really just running unfiltered oil. The reason I put 5W40 in the winter has less oil pressure on those cold days and warms up a little quicker. Here are the two gaskets. This one here goes on the block, and then this one here goes in between your oil cooler and your oil filter housing. Right off the bat, I know I failed. This is just thin rubber junk. Rock Auto, I don't know what brand, but should have got a Cummins brand or a McBee, which is what I picked up now. Way thicker rubber around the gasket, even some thicker metal in this one also. The felt one or whatever's also a lot thicker, looks a lot better. So I'm excited. Hopefully it doesn't seep anymore when I'm done. This important part, which is cleaning everything off. Any good repair, if you don't want it to leak, you gotta make sure everything's spotless. Well, I got everything cleaned off really good. My landlord, super nice guy, just came over and gave me a cup of coffee. I'm wired. I'm ready to get this in. Getting 2 bolts on there, like so. So that everything's lined up when I throw it in. And I'll just put all 3 pieces, or I guess 4 pieces, oil cooler, first gasket, second gasket, and the oil filter housing all in there. As you can imagine, it is a pain to get everything lined up, everything with 2 gaskets being sandwiched in between each other, and it's always fun trying to get them lined up. But got one on all the way through all of it on top and one all the way through on the bottom, so now we'll just carefully start assembling all the rest, and then we'll look up the torque specs and see if there's any certain pattern you're supposed to tighten them up, just to double check. Get everything tightened up, and we are done with that job. Fine. It's back in, looked up the torque spec, it's 18 foot-pounds. Here we go, everything's tightened up, snugged up. I got the oil feed line back on the turbo. Now I'm gonna fill out my new oil filter here with some clean oil. And since this is my winter oil change, I use Shell Rotella T6 5W40. Got that oil filter hand tight. That's all I ever do. Well, I got that all done. Cooling system filled up, oil change. All the air was burped out of the system. She's not leaking anymore. So that's a successful mission for me. Let me know what other videos you guys want, tips and tricks, maintenance. I know this wasn't a very good how-to video, kind of more like me just working on stuff, but if you want anything else, let me know.